It is 6:36 on a Sunday, Mother's Day, and I don't know what I am doing, what to say. It's just feeling really exhausting, fighting towards nothing. I feel like I have this saying in my mind that I just couldn't define it, and I feel like fighting and fighting and fighting, and I don't know what that is. And today I just checked how Leon was trying to interpret all of my actions. I mean, I know mentioning this name, it makes me sound like paranoid schizophrenic. It's really not, because I know he was watching, I know he knows, and he know I know. It's mutual, and I stopped my power to convince everybody this is happening. And the more he does that, the more I feel violated of my privacy. At the same time, a weird sense of security, and privacy and security are supposed to go together. And I feel like I got it all from Leon. 想念不会 English. And I know that I could not forget this person. Forgive possibly, because ultimately he did not do any harm, that, he did not actually violate my moral values. Maybe there was some political discord. It is up to his discretion, and I just had to change the narrative again. I am exhausted in feeling so intensely cared about. He invested so much time in me. He investigates every guy I dated. He even created a fake accounts of females to look into my life. I do not even know if I'm a victim or I'm a lucky star. There has to be a line, and I know. I just wish him to leave me alone. Like, in all these years, I just wish him to get normal as well. I don't know what to say. It's a lot of things that happened from 2020, actually. 2020, when I was actually moving on from the Russian-Ukrainian stalker, and 2020 I met another, a Chinese person who I never talked about it on YouTube. I just forgot. I mean, I remember, but I forgot. I wish I have the courage to talk about everything, but unfortunately I've always told others that I'm scared of myself. I'm scared of myself because I don't know what I am really about. And part of me was authoritarian, was violent, was brutal, and another part of me was totally an extreme. It was empathetic, extremely empathetic, kind, gentle, motherly. In the middle, there was this child, this innocent girl who's always up for the fun. And in America, I just felt like I was this girl that was in the middle of my personality spectrum. But mostly in England, I felt deeply connected to the more objective side of myself. Like, I could see what I truly missed out all these years, because I honestly think this was the place that I felt alive, but Leon thinks this is the place I was dead. And is this such a deep misunderstanding, or it could be called disagreement, it could be called misunderstanding? I don't know where I'm going, and it's a really confusing state of life. This video is not a comedy because how can I make out a comedy right now? This trip back to New York, I just saw some of my friends. I had some fun, not that fun, but I had, conversations with my friends, and we catch up, and I just don't know, like, overall my life seems to get better, and I got almost all the things I want. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. I'm really not ready for Leon's like arrival. I don't think, I just don't know, like, after all these years, I lost what? I think there's some truth in me not being able to love sincerely. I know that I love, but I don't feel it. I mean, I feel it, but I can't realize it. I don't know how. And it's a result of being in an abusive household. And the abusive household also taught me that emotional abuse is not okay, but this is not what I intended for Leon. Also, Leon should also change and stop this looking at others' life behavior. I think this is really sick. I am not going to describe everything in detail. It's not that what I don't know, like, it's not that I don't know what I'm talking about. I look at this like piece of text I got, and I linked it to the tweets he currently posted. And I just feel really worried. I'm in a very weird state. I feel anything, but I don't want anything, and I want everything at the same time. The poetry that I wrote for Leon at the end, I wrote, go away, Elizabeth speaking, go away. He did not really go away. He will always stay. I think he would probably stay eternally. On a positive light, it's good for myself. Is it really good for myself? On a positive light, it's a good thing, I would say. It's objectively probably good, but personally I still lost the fundamental part of human being. I always feel like lacking. I don't have privacy. I can't be excited all the time. When I am not excited, I'm anxious, I'm miserable, I feel stalked, I feel watched. I don't know how to react, and I don't have personal space. I don't want to aggressively invade others' space just because my space was invaded. I want every other human being suffers the same as me, because this is just unfair. What did I exactly do to deserve all this? On the other hand, I really need him at the same time. I feel like he does that because he wasn't sure, and also he does that because he is smart enough too, I know that I pushed away everyone in my life, almost everyone, even though my last girlfriend, the transgender, even today, she did not block me or anything. She still has all the open channels. she did not ask me for the key, I could basically return her in the Upper East anytime. I still feel like I push everyone away, I take them back. I push them away, I take them back. It's all because like I don't know if I can return the same thing yet. I don't think I have the best idea what this is all about. And I don't want others to tell me what to do. And I deserve all the respect I wanted. And one of the disrespect I got is the disrespect to my privacy. And I think this is so concerning that he is not confident enough in, pursuing this girl. That's why he installed all the spywares and tries to hack into all of my devices. It takes him some time to hack a new device, of course, but because he knew all of my information, he could always stalk one account to another. And I cannot prevent him. It's just like what he said, he cannot force me to do anything either. Back in 2022, at the end when I traveled to Switzerland, he did invite me to go out and see our vibe in person. I don't know why I did not agree. I feel like none of these people really respected me, and I feel like coming from this very traumatic background, and just 1 minute, I want to keep reading. I got these pieces of text and I don't know how to take it because I feel like it was just a mark. It was the mark on my birth or something. It's related to my motherhood, to how my mother and I have been bonded, like to my Japanese side, basically. There is a very Japanese thing in me that I tend to, obey the advice of the person who I like. For example, Leon just persuaded me to go to this particular university when I had different choices to transfer to. I could have gone to Massachusetts. I could apply Ivy Leagues at that time. I could have gone back to California, choose a different UC to attend to. And eventually he mentioned, oh, I know this university. I know a guy who went to that university, does great crypto. And that's why I went. I followed his advice because that's his choice. He chose it for me. And it was very stupid. I was opposite from the feminist that I've always been. I followed his advice. And when I was complaining to him, my life was a mess and I wished to get empathy and a consultation from him, he just said, just be a dropout. Drop out, Erin, drop out. And you could fund a startup, How much money do you have? I said, oh, my father has some. And he said, why doesn't your father give you 2 million or something? I said, oh, it's not so easy. And until now, I'm not even sure if my dad has given me like $2 million. It's not that much, really. In total, I think I used my own savings and investments. I got locked from my investments, but not savings. I had a difficult relationship with my father back in 2022 because several key events happened in my life that restrained my finance. I could not even go back to college because my parents stopped supporting me. That was the time that I literally felt threatened. He would refuse to acknowledge that he has been misogynistic to me. He did not love me to the extent that he wished me well, and they just wanted to be proud of me, but they ignore my suffering, and I do not like that. I feel like all these men have been ignoring my suffering except Leon. Leon is also because I kind of showed him my bottom line, my deal breaker before I even formally recognized him as someone very special in my life. I would have to acknowledge the special regard also includes some romantic interest from me as well. I liked him that way. It's just I wasn't exactly sure about my feelings. I needed some time to process, and until I realized it, I confirmed it. We already had a fallout, and he still thought about me. I didn't think much about that because I was just this machine. Like Leon said, you are an AI. I'm sorry that I was an AI. I believe I'm no longer AI, but even though I feel I don't know how to incorporate these feelings. Now I'm alive, like still in England. I'm still in England. I return to this place again. It does not mean that I'm always this robot. I feel for you, like Leon. Trust me, I know that I loved you. I could not undo what I have done to you that night in 2021, and I'm just sorry. I know you can't forgive me. I don't expect you to forgive me, and I also think saying sorry is very fake because what has been done has already been done, and if I keep saying sorry but not giving back anything, I think it's really fake. It's never sincere to say sorry without giving you anything in return, and I've seen that instance. It was really disrespectful. There are many flashbacks of that day when you actually witnessed intense conversation between me and this boy, and I don't know why you would persuade me to. You would say, stick with this boy. Like, I am so disappointed, and I don't think it was disappointed. I don't think it was disappointment to that boy. I think it was disappointment to your non-doing. In conjunction with your emotions, you did not act upon your desires and emotions. For me, it was because I became this robot in the past, and it was hard for me to realize my emotions. But for you, you do know how you were feeling to some extent, but you refuse to act upon it. You were just suppressing this emotion all this time, and I wish we could come together, really. Leon, if you're reading this, please return home. You know where home is. It's here in our brain. We're quantum entangled. I disentangled it. I'm sorry. And I failed. I failed to disentangle our quantum entanglements. And please return home. Love you.